Hello guys. Welcome to Powerpack Wrestling. Ric Flair roast goes badly wrong. Our first story today looks at the recent Ric Flair roast, which unfortunately went badly wrong. Flair was roasted on the Kill Tony podcast, but one comment about his late son went too far. Flair left the show, saying that he doesn't make fun of people and that there is no humor in the world that makes fun of people. Do you know how many people are bullied or hurt by comments? No, you get it. Social media has made the world crazy. Flair is saying that too many people are bullied and hurt by comments, especially on social media. He doesn't think it's funny to make fun of people. I'm ready to leave in 1 minute guys, love you. Flair is saying that he is leaving the show and that he loves his fans. I am uncomfortable with the format. I appreciate the opportunity, but I will never ever again participate in a roast. There is no humor in the world that makes fun of people. This is why I'm leaving. Flair is saying that he is uncomfortable with the format of a roast, where people make fun of each other. He doesn't think it's funny and he won't participate in another roast. I'm sorry. I have a lot of respect for people that take their time to support any youthful athletic event. My son was an amateur wrestler who died of a heroin overdose in 2013. No, I don't need to hear that. I'm over that. Anybody who can take the time away from their lives to support kids and make them better, because I can tell you right now from personal experience and because I believe in my heart. Flair is saying that he has a lot of respect for people who support youth athletics. His son was an amateur wrestler who died of a heroin overdose in 2013, but he says that he is over it and that he believes in the importance of supporting kids.
WWE legend believes Edge will stay in WWE. One of the prevailing rumors currently dominating social media concerns the WWE Hall of Famer Edge, who is officially a free agent as of today. There have been numerous speculations suggesting that Edge might be heading to AEW. However, there's a WWE legend, Kurt Angle, who expressed his belief in a different direction on his podcast. Kurt Angle stated, "I think Edge is loyal to WWE. He's been loyal since day one. Don't get me wrong, a lot of other wrestlers have crossed over, especially his best friend and almost like a brother, Christian. But I just don't see Edge doing that. I truly believe he's going to remain with WWE for life." There is even speculation that Edge might make his AEW debut at the AEW WrestleDream pay-per-view tonight. Christian Cage is scheduled to headline the event, and some fans are speculating that Cage's main event position might be a setup for Edge's potential AEW debut. Tony Khan promises a new era for AEW. During an interview with Sports Illustrated, AEW CEO Tony Khan expressed a commitment to honoring the legacy of Antonio Inoki and ushering in a new era for AEW with the AEW WrestleDream event set to take place tonight. Khan spoke about the impact of Antonio Inoki's passing on the wrestling world, referring to him as the King, who built a lasting legacy and a kingdom that has influenced many in the wrestling industry. Khan mentioned that Inoki's influence inspired countless individuals, including himself, to envision new possibilities for professional wrestling. In his statement, Khan stated, "Since he passed away exactly 1 year ago today, I've worked to create an event for fans around the world to celebrate his creations and the fighting spirit that he will forever embody. Tonight in Seattle, we'll proudly honor Mr. Inoki. The greatest champions and rivalries in the sport will take center stage, and a new era in AEW will begin at WrestleDream. MJF claps back at comparison to WWE star." MJF has responded to criticisms and comparisons between himself and WWE's Grayson Waller, addressing these issues during an interview with Wrestle Purists. He expressed empathy for Grayson Waller and defended him against the notion that Waller is trying to emulate MJF's persona. MJF stated, "I feel bad for Grayson Waller because I get tagged. Yo, Grayson Waller is just trying to be MJF. Like, fucking hell he is. Do you see me wrestling in fucking basketball shorts? Do I have a fucking accent? Am I 6'2"? There's a wrestler that makes you feel something throughout the avenue of talking, right? Oh, fucking who else makes you feel something throughout the avenue of talking? MJF. Oh, you've been copying MJF. In his response, MJF essentially pointed out the differences between himself and Grayson Waller, suggesting that the comparisons were unfounded and that Waller has his own unique qualities as a wrestler and talker.
AEW signing free agent. Sami Callihan's departure from Impact Wrestling has sparked speculation about his potential move to AEW. According to a report from Fightful Select, there are individuals within AEW, including former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, who are advocating for Callahan to join the promotion. Callahan had a successful run in Impact Wrestling, even becoming a world champion during his time there. Although there doesn't appear to be any ill will between Callahan and Impact, they were unable to reach a new deal, leading to his departure. Sami Callahan's name has also been mentioned in connection with producer roles for other wrestling companies, and he has found success running Pro Wrestling Revolver. As for WWE, where Callahan previously wrestled as Solomon Crowe, it's unclear whether there is any interest from WWE or Triple H in bringing him back. Whether or not Callahan would be a good fit for AEW is a subjective matter and depends on various factors, including creative direction and the role he would play within the promotion. AEW has a diverse roster with various styles and personalities, so Callahan could potentially find a place that suits him within the promotion. Ultimately, it will be interesting to see where his career takes him next.
New match announced for Fastlane. The 2023 Fastlane Premium Live event is just around the corner, and WWE has been gradually building the card. Several matches have already been confirmed, including 1. LA Knight and John Cena vs Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. 2. Io Sky vs Asuka vs Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. 3. Seth Rollins vs Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. Now, WWE has added another exciting match to the card, featuring a trio of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits taking on 3 members of the LWO. This match marks the first time that Lashley and the Street Profits will team up as a trio, and it's generating significant anticipation among fans as one of the most anticipated matches of the entire show. Fastlane is shaping up to be an exciting event with a mix of intriguing matchups.
Is Dolph Ziggler permanently gone from WWE? Dolph Ziggler's unexpected WWE release last month surprised many fans and wrestling insiders. Ziggler had been a longtime fixture in WWE and was well regarded for his reliability and likable personality in the locker room. While it's unclear what Ziggler's immediate plans are for his in-ring future, legendary commentator Jim Ross speculates that his release from WWE might not be permanent, and he could potentially return in a different role. Jim Ross suggests that once the dust settles, WWE may consider various roles for Ziggler beyond wrestling. One possible role mentioned is similar to Adam Pearce's role on Raw, which involves more of an authority or backstage position. Ross believes that Ziggler, with his star power, charisma, and speaking ability, could excel in such a role. While fans might initially question why WWE would release a talent like Ziggler, it's worth noting that his in-ring appearances had been reduced over the past year. Transitioning him into a non-wrestling role within the company could make sense, especially if it allows him to contribute in other meaningful ways and utilize his talents. As for whether fans would like to see Ziggler in a new role in the company, opinions will vary. Some may be excited about the prospect of Ziggler in a different capacity, while others may miss seeing him compete in the ring. Ultimately, it will depend on the specific role and how well it aligns with Ziggler's skills and aspirations.
New NXT champion crowned. Our final story today looks at last night's NXT No Mercy event delivered several shocks and surprises, with the most significant being Ilya Dragunov's victory over Carmelo Hayes to capture the NXT title. The match was highly praised, showcasing the wrestling prowess of both Dragunov and Hayes. Speculation has been circulating that Carmelo Hayes might be headed to the main roster, especially following his loss at the event. However, the closing shot of the show suggests that WWE is building towards a program between Hayes and Trick Williams. In another surprising upset, Trick Williams defeated Dominic Mysterio to become the new NXT North American champion. This outcome raises questions about the future of Dominic Mysterio in NXT, and fans will need to tune into NXT TV to learn more about his direction. The event also featured a thrilling main event in which Becky Lynch successfully defended her NXT Women's title against Tiffany Stratton in an Extreme Rules match. The match was intense and even saw the use of a barbed wire baseball bat. Despite retaining her title, Becky Lynch suffered a laceration to her arm during the match, requiring 11 stitches. Nevertheless, she appears to be okay. Other notable matches included Baron Corbin's victory over Braun Breaker and the family retaining their NXT Tag Team titles in a highly competitive Fatal 4-Way match. The NXT product is currently garnering significant attention, with talent and figures like Shawn Michaels contributing to the creation of a memorable and exciting wrestling product on a weekly basis. NXT continues to evolve, and it will be interesting to see how these developments shape the future of WWE's developmental brand.